Hello everyone. Today we're going to go through and mess with the save file for another one of my favorite games growing up. So today we're messing with Landstalker. You can see we've got a generic save file here right at the beginning of the game with 6 HP and in the town of Masan. In HXD we've got the save file here, and then I've got a backup of it just for comparison's sake. So let's go in and make some changes and see what happens. Okay, see nothing really fancy going on here. We got one iki, base inventory. I'll let the time elapse a little bit and we'll see what changes in the save file. Should be about a minute. Okay, now that I've saved the game, we're going to go through and close RetroArch and do a comparison between the two. You can do that by doing analysis, data comparison, compare, and selecting the two files. And right here, we're going to see that offset 260.03 has changed from 0, looks like 0B to 0.5. Let's document that here. We can press F6 to see the next change. Look like 260.09 went from 0A to 0B. Oops. And what's next? 820.0F went from 83 to 7E. So, just based on this, let's fire RetroArch back up. Take a look at the game. Okay, we can see that from the save file that I created, we've got a time of 11 minutes. In hex, that's represented by 0B. So just based on how the files are structured, I'm thinking that this offset at 820.0F is going to be a checksum of some sort, and the offsets at 260 are going to be time. So I'm going to take a look at 260.09 and change that. We're going to go from 0B back to 0A. And since I'm decrementing by 1, let's go mess with the offset. So we're going from 7E to 7D. Now we're going to save and relaunch RetroArch. Okay, we can see that we've got a valid time of 10 minutes. So we know that this offset, 260.09, represents minutes. Let's put a note here. And we've got offset 820.0F as the check. Appears to be the checksum. Just based on the position, I'm going to assume that the offset 260.03 is going to be some kind of tick for the time. All right. Now let's see if we can mess with this a little more. All right. So my current file, I have one iki. Let's grab the other one from the town and see what changes with the save file. Oops. Okay, well that's a good thing we can check. Life increased. It's this other chest. Let's go save and see what changed. Okay, jumping back over to RetroArch, we'll do it, or to HXD, we'll do another comparison. All right, let's see what changed here. We've got 110, 0D changed from 12 to 1A. We've got 180, 03 changed from 05 to 06. 180 0B changed from 05 to 06. I'm going to guess that's going to be my life. 200 09 changed from 77 to 7F. Got more in the 260 range. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's time. Okay, it looks like our checksum changed. So let's test this a little bit. We're going to go up to our offset at 180 for 06, and let's increase this by, I don't know, 4. So that'd be 0A. We'll bring the checksum up by 4 as well. Should be okay. Let's relaunch and see what changed. Okay, so this left checksum bit looks like it is current HP. So let's put that here. And since we are dealing with a checksum, we're going to just swap these two around. So we'll make this back to 06 and set this to 0A. Let's see what happens. All right, so that is our total HP. All right, I do have one Iki, so let's use that. Okay, looks like at offset 70, 01, it went from 2 to 1. So I wonder if that's going to be it. 1. So let's try this. I wonder what 0 does. So we'll decrement that by 1. We'll change our offset to 4B. That's interesting. Looks like we're missing the option entirely for the item, so I wonder if 0, 1 sets the flag for visibility and then 2 starts the counter. So, put this here. So let's set this to set this to 3. Okay, by my math, that should be good. Oops. Forgot to close RetroArch. And 0, 3. All right. If my thought process is correct, we should have 2 of those in our inventory. And we do. Okay. So that is our offset for that. Okay, let's mess with these other bits. So I'll just set this to 2 for now to keep our offset okay. And we're going to adjust 7003. Let's see what that does. No, looks like we got a new sword. So that looks like it's sort of ice. Let's set this up and see what these other flags do. Okay, keep walking right on down the line. So change this from okay, got the Sword of Gaia. Looks like we got iron boots. Looks like the snow spikes. Yeah, my guess is all these bits here, maybe up to here, or possibly here will be inventory. Not sure what this 10 is though, but let's see what 0B does on 70. chrome breast. Really interesting to see how developers sometimes lay this stuff out in save files. Saw some interesting things when I was editing saves for Phantasy Star 1 and actually Phantasy Star 2 and 4. They did similar layouts. I'll drop a video for those at some point. Okay. Matter of fact, in Phantasy Star 1, there are flags in positions where there's nothing corresponding in the game. So you know that they had some idea somewhere, but even just the way the items are laid out in the chests, you can tell they had certain ideas ahead of others. Got the moonstone. Let's get this set up for the next row. You know, some people may ask, why even bother doing this when you could just use an emulator and save states and whatnot. I just think it's fun. Like figuring out how things work. Like to just get an idea of what the developers were thinking. Detox grass. Okay. Let's get these set up for the next row. All right, let's see what these next round of bits do. Offset 8005. Thing I don't like is having to relaunch RetroArch every time I need to make a change because it overwrites the save file. Golden statue. All right. Sometimes when you're going through editing saves, you can even find unused items or gear or whatever. All depends on the game. Casino ticket. All right. It's 80 offset 09. Looks like it's the blue ribbon. Lantern. gonna skip this one for now, just because I'm not sure what changing it'll do. So let's go to 0F. It's a sunstone. $90.01. Ooh, the whistle. Wonder if Axe Magic is somewhere close to here. That'd be fun to start the game with. Don't have to drill all the way through Green Maze. Okay, that doesn't look like it said anything. No. Wonder what that did. Maybe it's a flag for something else. Maybe a game event. 90.05. The fun part will be figuring out like the percentages and whatnot on this game, since it does have a completion with the Oracle Stone later down the road. Spellbook. And I don't even remember what that's for, if anything. Been a while since I ran through this game. Okay. No inventory change. Probably do this all the way up through the end of the 90s. Ooh, red jewel. Make an entry up there. Alright, any bets on if the next one's going to be a jewel? Maybe the purple one, since that's in-game right around then. Hey, I was right. Alright. 2 more to go. This whole process is going to be very, very, very tedious. But once you find things, you get to start checking out cool stuff like this. Seeing what's actually within the game and whatnot. Alright. Alright, we will stop with this one. Ooh, restoration. Alright, well, I think that's enough for this video. I'll probably end up doing another one a little bit later, and maybe we'll go through the rest of these bits here and see what all this unlocks and see what other stuff we can find. Take care for now.